What's going on, guys? I picked up a little something today. I want to show y'all what I got going on. This is a diaphragm pump, and I picked this up to empty my waste oil drain pan over there. You guys hadn't seen that, I'll show it to you. That's it right there. It is slam full of oil, just about to run over the top. I've got a ball valve here, and I've got fittings and everything. I'll just be able to plug right into that, open that valve up, and pump it out into a drum, hopefully. So I went with this diaphragm pump, air-operated diaphragm pump, and this is a 1/2 inch pump, and this is the Roughneck brand. I got this at Northern Tool, and you can take these fittings out right here and make it a 3/4 inch pump, but it's actually rated for 1/2 inch. But I got 3/4 inch hose. This is suction rated PVC. It's like a smaller version of basically what they use on the tanker trucks and stuff. And I've got a bag of cam lock fittings, and you see the hole size in there. If you actually went with a 1/2 inch like the pump says, you probably wouldn't get much oil to come through that at all, because you know, time they neck it down for the fittings and stuff, you have a very small hole. But anyway, so I got that. These here will screw directly in the pump. I'll pull those out there, put that in there, and then this will go in the hose, and I'm just going to use regular clamps on that. I'm not doing anything fancy, just got a box of regular hose clamps there. So I'm going to get this hooked up. I'm not going to make y'all sit here and watch me hook all this up, because it's just a matter of cutting the hose and putting the ends on it and everything. This is supposed to be a maximum 115 psi pump. I do not have a regulator. I'm going to just put a ball valve on it and crack it. Now I know that doesn't regulate pressure. If something blocks the pump or whatever, the pressure will obviously come up more than it should. But hopefully I won't damage the pump, because I don't have a regulator at this time. So anyway, let me get this hooked up, and I'll be right back with y'all. Alright guys, I'm having to heat the end of this hose here with this heat gun, because the fitting will not fit in the hose otherwise. So we're going to heat it up a little bit. All the way up on there. I'm not even sure if you need these clamps on here as snug as that fits right there after it cools down, but I bought the clamps, so I'm going to go ahead and put them on there anyway. Alright, that's one hose made. Alright guys, got her all plumbed up here. I already had this valve and this long piece of nipple there. There's the reason I'm using that like that. And I just cut off about 15 foot of this hose. It's a 50-foot hose. I just whacked off about 15 foot of it to use as a suction line. The rest is just going to be pressure line. I didn't know what length to really cut it, so I just left it long for now. I've just got this going in the top of the in the barrel there like that. It won't actually fit down in there. Hopefully it feels pretty secure, so maybe it won't pop out. We're going to go over here and turn on the valve for the oil drain. You can see the oil already starting to run through the hose. And then we're going to come over here. We're going to open the valve up on the pump and see if she pumps oil like she should. And we're just going to crack this some. These are pumping. right, guys, got it all pumped up, pumped out, disconnected. That's how much oil I spilled. I bought some caps to keep it sealed up for the hoses as well. Stick that in there, and that way oil don't run all out of your hose all over the place and make a big mess. You can see how much oil I lost here. I left the pump running slow whenever I disconnected this, so that we kind of suck the remaining oil in the hose up a little bit. This is just what ran out of, that was between the valve and the end of it right there. Wipe that up with a shop towel. It's pumped out. One bad thing about these is the air usage. You have to have a big air tank in order to run one of these, or a big air compressor, or decent size. It uses the same amount of air as it pumps oil. It's a 1-to-1 ratio. It's got diaphragms in there. It pumps back and forth. And after I got it pumping, I could only maintain about 60 or 70 psi in my air tank over there with the compressor running until it got done pumping. So it uses a large amount of air. And because I have an 80-gallon Ingersoll Rand compressor over there. And show you how much oil we got in there. I don't know if you can see, probably not, but it is up to over the second ring. I mean the first ring in the barrel. It's about right there. So I would say it's a good 18 gallons or so, probably somewhere in that range. And this is 1540 Rotella oil. And it had about 3 gallons of gear oil in it too, synthetic gear oil. So it's pretty thick oil. So it pumped it really well for considering what it is. And I was not running a regulator like you're supposed to, but I didn't have any trouble with it. I just cracked the valve slowly to start with and let it get started, and then the pressure in the tank dropped down and the compressor kicked on, and I opened it on up and it was down within the pressure spec anyway. But anyway, I'm not sure any of you guys need anything like this for changing your car oil, but I'll put some links in the descriptions for pump and hoses and whatnot that I got. And I mean, it's just it makes things so nice when you're changing something that holds 13 to 14 gallons of oil, to do it this way versus, a car only holds 5 or 6 quarts, and you can pick the pan up and dump it in a bucket by hand. But that's not possible with a 13 or 14 gallon oil pan. So this makes things really nice. So anyway, thanks for watching, you guys, and we'll see you next time.